welcome to our channel Knowledge Hub. Friends, subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon for the latest update. आज हम लोग डिसीजन मेकिंग की क्लास कर रहे हैं जो कि ऑलरेडी आपकी 17th क्लास है। डिसीजन मेकिंग का जो कि आपका टॉपिक 17th है। अगर हम क्लास की बात करते हैं तो क्लास हमारा 151th क्लास है। ऑलरेडी हमने 150th क्लासेस कर लिया है एंड इसमें हमने टाइप 2 एंड टाइप 1 डिस्कस कर लिया ऑलरेडी। एंड हम जो डिस्कस करेंगे वो डिसीजन मेकिंग का टाइप 3 डिस्कस करेंगे। बट बिफोर दैट अगर हम रीजनिंग की बात करते हैं, सबसे पहले हमने एनालॉजी टॉपिक डिस्कस किया है, उसके बाद हमने क्लासिफिकेशन किया है, देन वी हैड डन सीरीज कॉम्प्लीशन, कोडिंग, डिकोडिंग, ब्लड रिलेशन, देन वी हैड डन पजल टेस्ट एज वेल, then we had sequential output tracing, direction sense test, and then we had done logical Venn diagram, alphabet test, then we had done number ranking and time a sequence test here, mathematical operation, then we had done logical sequence of words, arithmetic reasoning, inserting the missing character, then data sufficiency. And अब जो हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं that is your 17th topic, that is decision making. So we have a 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 17th टॉपिक ऑलरेडी हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं एंड होपफुली इस क्लास में या इन द कमिंग क्लासेस लेट्स सी कि कितना लंबा नहीं होता है, तो उस हिसाब से फिर हम इसको भी कवर अप कंप्लीट कर लेंगे। देन विल गॉन थ्रू विद 18th टॉपिक, दैट इज योर असर्शंस एंड रिएक्शन टेस्ट। सो बिफोर दैट अगर आप हमारे चैनल फर्स्ट टाइम देख रहे हो या अभी तक आपने हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है, इट्स अ ह्यूज रिक्वेस्ट कि आप हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करो सो दैट हम जो भी वीडियोस डालें वो आपके पास सबसे पहले पहुंचे। बेसिकली अगर आपको हमारा वीडियो अच्छा लगे तो प्लीज़ हमारे वीडियो को लाइक शेयर और सब्सक्राइब करो सो दैट ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग के पास वीडियो पहुंचे और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग इसका यूटिलाइजेशन भी कर सके। In a type 3, the 124th question of the session here, 123rd question of the sessions we had discussed in the last classes, and that is of type 3. We'll discuss here 124th question, and that is read the following information carefully and answer the questions given below it. The question is, a company has following gratuity, that is a gratuity, this is denoted by G, and the provident fund, that is PF, that is a PF rules that they had given you here. Okay. So the first rule they had given you, an employee must have completed 1 year services to be eligible for their G or that is provisional fund. The second rule is an employee resigning or retiring after 5 years but before 10 years service get both a G and PF. An employee retrenched and retiring after 5 years but before 10 years service get both G and PF, but that resigning during this period get either G or PF. The fourth rule is an employer retrenched or retiring before 5 years service get the PF, that is provisional fund, and then not a but not a G, and but the resigning during this period gets neither G nor provisional fund as well. However, in the fifth rules they had given you, in the case of an employee dies after 2 years services, his family gets both a G and P, and in the case of the employee was on leave or without pay, such period is deducted from his total years of services, and then the above rules are applied here. And the seventh will be in the case of a lady employee, if she has completed 2 years of services. So here with this the sixth that I had told you about, the sixth condition as well as the seventh rule what they had given you, if the case of a lady employee, if she has completed 2 years of services, 2 years are added to her actual services before applying the above rules as a special consideration. Now moving ahead with another conditions and rules with respect to this question here. These were the 7 rules that we have to consider and apply the above rules in the case described in each of the following questions and decide whether the employee is eligible for G or PF, that is provisional fund. Mark answer A if only G can be given, and mark B if only PV, that PF, that is provisional fund, can be given. Mark C if either G or PF can be given, and mark T if both G and PF can be given, and marked E if neither G nor PF can be given here. With respect to the next, the question is 125th question here, that is Mr. Augustine serving in a company for 5 years, out of which for 1 year he was on leave without pay, was retrenched from the services. With respect to that here, So, Mr. Augustine, according to that, the employee was retrenched after 4 years of services. So, the conditions 6 and 4 are to be applied to him. So, we will go with the option B, what they had told. So, we go with the option B here. And the option B is if and only if PF can be given to them, and that is option B, and that will go with Mr. Augustine here. Moving ahead with 126th question of the session, the question we have is Miss Monica served 1.5 years and was retrenched. According to Miss Monica, that is of 126th question, the condition 4 is to be applied here, and that for that sake B is there, and if only and only if that is provisional fund can be given, and that will be, we go ahead with this also, the B option here. Moving ahead with another question, and that is your question number 127th question of the session here. Mr. Janeja was retrenched from service after the 7 years, and according to this, the condition third is to be applied here, and the condition third is to be applied, then we'll go with here, that will be the option D, and the D is if both G and provisional bonds can be given to them, that will go with a D here, and that will be for the Mr. Janeja here. Moving ahead with another question, that is the question number 128th question. Mrs. Sharma served the company for the 4 years and resigned. So with Mr. Sharma, if I'm talking about, so here the condition 7 and condition 7 and third are to be applied, and we'll go with the option C, and that will be here is your if either G or PF can be given to them, Mr. Sharma, and that will be the option C will be there. Moving ahead with another question, and that is your question number 129th question of the session. Mr. Basu served in the company for the 7 years and resigned after a prolonged illness of 3 years, for which he was on leave without pay. With respect to that, here if I'm talking about, so in this the condition 6 and the condition 4 is are to be applied here, and that will go with option E here, and that will be if neither G and an RPF can be given, and that is option E will be the right answer for the Mr. Basu here, the condition that has been given here. Moving ahead with another question, and that is your question number 130th question of the session, as you can see here. And the 130th question we have is Mr. Sethi, who was serving in the company, and that is serving in the company for the 3 years expired, and according to this condition for the Mr. Sethi here, we will go ahead with that condition of 5 is to be applied here, and for the condition 5 is to be applied here, we'll go with option D, and that will be here if the both G and the PF can be given to them. And moving ahead with 131th question of the session here, that is Mr. Gar served in the company for the 5 years and resigned from the company as well. With respect to that, if I'm talking about, so here the condition 3 is to be applied, and with respect to the 3 condition, we'll go with option C, and that is if either G or a PF can be given to them, to the Mr. Gar here. Moving ahead with another question, and that is your question number 132th question of the session here is 132th question of the session, that is Ms. Vasudevan, who served in the company for the 3 years, out of which she was on leave without pay for 1.5 years, was retrenched from the services, and according to this, if I'm talking about, so the condition 6 and condition 4 are to be applied, and with respect to that, we'll go with option that is to be selected here. Moving ahead, that there has to be given a provisional fund here. The 133rd question of the session we have is Mr. Dixit resigned from the company after the 4 years of services, and with respect to that, condition 4 is to be applied, and we'll go with E, that is they do not get either G or nor neither G and nor provisional fund as well. Moving ahead with another question, and that is your question number 134th question of the session. Moving ahead with another 134 question, that is Ms. Rashmi served in the company for the 4 years and was retrenched here, and with this we can go ahead with the question, that is condition 4 is to be applied here, and that will go with the B option, and that will be that they had received provisional fund, they has to be given provisional fund here. Moving ahead with another question, and that is your question number 135 question of the session as well. The question we have is study the following information to answer the given question. The following are the criteria for organizing the training program of an institute in a different hotels. To organize the program in a hotel Taj, the following criteria must be fulfilled, and with this, the first will be the program coordinator should be of the rank of the deputy director or adjoint director. The second condition is the program should be in one of these areas, that is HRD, advertising, computers, and statistics. The third condition we have is the duration of the program should not be more than 7 days. The fourth condition we have is the fee per participants should not be less than rupees 5,000. And fifth question, that is the number of the participant should be at least 50 if all the other criteria are fulfilled except here. The sixth condition is the duration of the course is more than the 7 days. The program is to be organized in the hotel Ritz. The seventh condition we have is the program coordinator is of the rank of assistant director, but the fee per participant is more than rupees 7,000. The program will be organized in Hotel Taj. So where the eighth condition, the rules they had given you, the number of the participant being less than 50 but more than 30, the program will be organized in the hotel sideways. And here the ninth rule is the fee per participant is less than rupees 5,000 but more than 3,500. The program should be organized in the hotel Sanse. And the tenth rule that they had given you, the program as in or the other than the area mentioned in the second above, but the program coordinator is of joint director level. The program should be organized in the hotel sideways here. Based on the above criteria and the information provided in each of the question, decide about the appropriate course of action. You are not to be assume anything here. Give answer A if the program is to be organized in the Hotel Taj. So if the program is to be organized in the Hotel Taj, you will be marked as A. B mark if the program is to be organized in the hotel Sideways here. C option if the program is to be organized in the hotel Ritz, and D if the program is to be organized in the hotel Sanse, and E if the data are inadequate. Moving ahead with the question here, that Dr. Chetan, that is a 136th question of the session as well. Dr. Chetan Jan, Deputy Director, is offering a program on HRD with a total fee of rupees 1,92,500 at a rate of rupees 5,500 per participant. The duration of the course is 5 days. With respect to that, if I'm talking about that condition 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6, all the condition that is respect to the 1, 2, 3 with 4 and of course the 5 here, and as well as the 6 are satisfied. Number of the participants we have 1,92,500. So we'll go ahead here, 1,92,500 here, and that will be the 5,550, and that, oh sorry, 5,500 here. We'll just cancel it out here only, and then after that we'll cancel out, we'll get the 35 here. So the number of course that will be the 35, and we will go with option B, and that will be if the program is to be organized in the hotel sideways, and that is option B will be the right answer for this question as well, and that will be the answer for this is your 35. We will just divide it by 1,92,500 with a 5,500 here, and then we'll find it out number of the duration of that course of in the 5 days which hotel will organize here with the HRD program. Moving ahead with another question, and that is your question number 137th question of the session here. Here, with 137th question of the session, a training program on statistics is proposed by the Deputy Director with rupees 3,30,000 fees for the 50 participants. The duration would be of 8 days. So for the fee participant, we will just do that 3,30,000 is divided by your 50 here. So what we'll get is which while cancelling out we'll get is 6,500, and that is 5 6 are 30, and this is then 5 5 is 25, and then it will get and 0 0, so that is 6,500 here. And the condition 1 and condition 2 as well as condition 4 and as well as 5th and 6th are satisfied. So we'll go with option here, that will be the C options here for the answer. For the C option, if I'm talking about if the program is to be organized in the hotel Ritz, that is your option C here. Moving ahead with another question, and that is a question of 138 question of the session. A training program on advertising is to be organized for 45 participants. The fee per participant is rupees 6,000 and the duration of the course is of 6 days. So with this training for a fee percent, we will go ahead and we'll just find it out for that what amount what they had told you in here. And for that condition one is missing for this, and we'll go with here that will be go with option E. And for that sake we have an option E that will be if the data are inadequate, and that is for the E we will go with here. Moving ahead with 139 question of the session, that is a 5 days training program by the joint director is to be organized in the field of the statistics. The total fees for the program is rupees 2,10,000 for 50 participants here. And also for that fee participants, what we have to calculate here is 2 lakh, that is 10,000 here, and that is divided by 50. We'll just cancel it out, and as well as we will get 4,200 for the fee per participant. And here if I'm talking about the conditions, one, second, and third and the fifth condition as well as the ninth are satisfied. So we'll go with option that will be the D option will be we are going with right answer. That is if the program is to be organized in the hotel Sase, and that will be for this program here. Moving ahead with 139th question that we had solved here, and that is 140th question of the session, that is Professor NP Datta, Assistant Director, has offered a 4 days program for 60 participants in the area of HRD. The fee for the fee per participant is rupees 8,000. With respect to that, if I'm talking about, so here so as of 140th question of the session here, Professor NP Datta, Assistant Director, has offered 4 days program for 60 participants, as I told you, in the area of the HRD. The fee for the participant is rupees 8,000. According to the condition here, if I'm talking about, so here the condition 1 and the condition 2 as well as the condition 3 as well as 4 and the 6 are satisfied. So we'll go with option A here, and for that we have an option A will be the right answer. The option is if the program is to be organized in the hotel Taj, that will be the option A will be the right answer here. Moving ahead with another question, that is a question number 141th question of the session here. Dr. That is Miss Ovina Garg, Deputy Director of the Institute, want to organize a program for the 55 candidate with a fee of rupees 6,000 per participants. The durations of the course is 4 year and it is in the area of the computer. So here with respect to that, it's satisfied the condition 1, condition 2, condition 3, then condition 4, and as well as condition 5 are satisfied. So we'll go with option A as well. And with that same case, the option A will be that if the program is to be organized in the hotel Taj here. Moving ahead with another question, and that is the question number 142 with the question of the session. Mahesh Goyal, Joint Director, is an expert on computers. He is offering the 5 days program on the mathematics for the 60 participants, and the fee per participant is rupees 5,300. For this, it satisfied the condition 1, condition 3rd, condition 4, and as well as condition 5, and as well as the condition 10th of this satisfying. And for this sake, we have an option B will be the right answer for the question, and the B is for those that if the program is to be organized in the hotel sideways. So for the Mahesh Kohl, this will be in the sideways here. Moving ahead with another question, and that is your question number 143rd question of the session here. The 143rd question of this session, we have Dr. Shrikant Arya, Joint Director, is organizing 5 days program on the research methodology. The total number of the participants are 60 and the fee per participant is rupees 7,000 here. For the condition here, if I'm talking about, so the condition 1, the condition 3, and the condition 4, as well as the condition 5 and the 10th are satisfied here. So we'll go with option B here for the sake of this question, and that will be the right answer for this here. And that will be essential as well, because these plays an important role here as well. So we go ahead with the option B, and that is if the program is organized in the hotel sideways, and that will be the right answer. Moving ahead with another question, and that is your question number 144th question that we have as Mr. Prashant Verma, Deputy Director, has submitted a proposal to organize 4 days, that is program on computers. The fee per participant would be rupees 4,000 for the 60 participant, and that will be that condition. It will satisfy the condition 1, 2, 3, 5 and 9 here, and that are they are satisfied. And for that sake, we have an option D will be the right answer. The D option is if the program is to be organized in the hotel Sanse. Moving ahead with another question, and that is your question number 145th question of the session, and the question we have is a 5 days training program for 55 participants is to be organized by the Shri Jagat Sharma, Assistant Director. The free per participant is rupees 8,000 here. Here the condition second is missing, so we'll go with option E here, and that option E will be if the data are inadequate here. Moving ahead with another question, and that is your question number 146th question of the session, and the questions we have is 146. Study the following information and answer the questions below it. Given below it, that following are the criteria to get employment in the pharmaceutical company. The applicant must, the first condition that they had given you the information is have passed graduation with science subject with at least 50 marks. The second condition we have completed 21 years in the case of the males and 19 years in the case of the females of age as on before 1st August 1993. The pay deposit as accordingly marks at a graduation, and if the son and the daughter of trustee or a staff, if not son or daughter of the trustee or staff. So 75% and above जिनके हैं तो they give 5,000, अगर वो son या daughter जो उनके trustee या staff के हैं, अगर नहीं है तो they have to pay 10,000 या 61% से 74% तक के जो है वो 10,000 देंगे अगर सन और डाटा ट्रस्टी या फिर ना किसी स्टाफ के हैं. अगर नहीं है तो फिर they have to give 20,000 here. For the range of the another percentage of that the marks of the graduation, as well as if the son or the daughter trustee or the staff, or if the son or daughter of a trustee or a staff here. And the third column is 60% and above, that is if the son and the daughter they have a trust within trustee or staff, so they have to pay 20,000. agar trust and staff or trustee ke nahi hai, to that they have to pay 40,000 here. The fourth conditions and rule they have given you: if the candidate has secured more than 90% marks at graduation, he should be referred to the managing director for the consideration of the further concessions in deposit. The fifth one is in the case of the SC and ST candidate, the deposit payable is 20% less in each of the cases above. The sixth one will be the condition is if the candidate remit in taken cash and the amount of the deposit immediately on the date of the first call, the candidate can be selected provided he fulfills condition, that is 1 and 2. And the seventh condition they had given you in all: if on the date of the first call the amount of the deposit brought by the candidate eligible as per the 1 or 2 is less than the total amount required but more than the third and fourth, the candidate can be provisionally selected provided he deposits the balance amount within the next 10 days. The eighth one is if on the date of the first call the amount of the deposit brought is less than 3 by 4th, that is but more than 1 by 2th, and the candidate eligibility as per 1 and the 2 can be sent to the managing director. And the ninth one is if one of the date of the first call the amount of the deposit brought in the less than 1 by 2, the candidate though eligible as per the 1 and cannot second and cannot be selected. This is the ninth rules here. So we'll move ahead with on these criteria. On the basis of these criteria, we'll move ahead with the question here. On the basis of these criteria, we have 147th question here. Venkatesh, 24 years old, son of professor, securely only 50% marks on the graduation with literature. He can deposit the required amount and is general category candidate. So the candidate being a graduate in literature does not satisfy the condition 1. So here we'll go ahead with option D here as answer. Moving ahead with another one, and that we will have in this with respect to that, that is a 148th question here, and that is, Vinita is an SC category candidate. Her date of birth is 26th January 1973. She passed her graduates in the science with 67% marks. She can deposit rupees 18,000 here. With related to that, Vinita, the candidate is supposed to deposit rupees 16,000 only, as he being an SC candidate and gets 20% deduction. So all the conditions of eligibility are satisfied. So we'll go with option A for this, and that will be the right answer for this sake. Moving ahead with 149th question of the session, the question we have is, Prakash Pathak is a science graduate with 78% marks. He is a general category candidate and the son of an IAS officer. His date of birth is 15th February 1971. He has with him a deposit of rupees 6,000. According to the condition, the amount of he has with him is more than a half but less than a 3 by 4th of what he required to pay. So the condition 8 is satisfied. So here 8 will be satisfied. The option C will be the right answer for this question here. Moving ahead with 150th question of the session, that is, Vimal Gupta, son of the trustee of the organization, obtained 68% marks in the BSc. He brings a deposit of rupees 8,200 and on the day of the first call, but intends to pay the balance with 10 days. He is a general candidate and his date of birth is 2nd November 1971. As he intends to pay the balance within 10 days, the condition 7 is fulfilled, and according to that we'll go with option B here. Moving ahead with another question, that is the question number 151, the question of the session. Rakesh Narayan, born on 21st August 1968, is the son of an employee working in an organization, secured 66% marks in the MSc and is in the position to the deposit only rupees 2,000. He is an SC candidate, category candidate. So according to the Rakesh Narayan here, with respect to that, I will go ahead. The candidate does not satisfy the condition third, as he is supposed to pay rupees 8,000. So we will go with option D will be the answer here for this Rakesh Narayan here. Moving ahead with another question, that is your question number 152th question of the session here. The question is, Lata Sharma, a general category candidate, is a graduate in science with 57% marks. Her date of birth is 13th December 1972. According to the condition here, if I'm talking about, so it's not mentioned whether the candidate is a son or a trustee or not, of a trustee or not. So according to that, we'll go with option E for this sake of this question here. Moving ahead with another question, that is the question number 158th, third question of the session here. This 153rd question here, that is a Kishore, an SC candidate whose father is a central government employee, passed his graduation with the science with 60% marks. He is in the position to deposit 35,000. His date of birth is 10th July 1970. The candidate gets 20% deduction. He is supposed to pay 32,000 only, and so that a condition of eligibility are fulfilled, and that will be the answer option. Will go with option A here for this answer for this condition. Moving ahead with another question, that is your 154th question of the session here. Manoj Kumar, a 22 years old general category candidate, secured 92% marks in the graduation with science. He can pay only rupees 3,000 as deposit. He is not a son of trustee or a staff of the organization, and that will be the candidate has secured more than 90% marks. So the candidate the candidate fulfilled the fourth condition here, and according to that, we'll go with option C here for this question. Moving ahead with another question, and that is your question of 155th question of the session. And the question we have is, Vinay Chauhan, if I'm talking about Vinay Chauhan as an SC candidate obtaining 73% marks in the graduation with science. His date of birth is 28th April 1971, and on the date of the first call, he bills a deposit of rupees 15,000. He is not the son of the trustee of an organization. With respect to the Vinay, if I'm talking about, so the candidate satisfied the condition 7, and as well as it owns more than one half but less than 3 by 4th of the required amount, that is of 16,000. So where we'll go with option B here. Moving ahead with another question, and that is your question 156th question of the session. The question is, Abhinav, son of trustee of an organization, is a science graduate. with a 69% of marks. He is 23 years of age. With respect to this, the money deposit with the candidate is not mentioned here, so we'll go with here, that will be the option E here. Moving ahead with another question, and that is your question number 1 of 57th question of the session. So here, this is your 157th question of the session, that is, read the following information to answer the given question. This has been asked in the bank PO question paper as well, as that is important too. And the question, the criteria, the information what they had given you here. The following are the 5 subjects to the annual examination, and for each subject the maximum marks are 100. The subjects were English, physics, biology, Hindi and mathematics. And a student is declared passed under the following different schemes. A candidate may pass under more than one scheme also. Okay, so the schemes we have here. So here we have a scheme A. The scheme A is secures minimum 45 marks in each subject. So this is an scheme A. Scheme B is secures minimum 50% marks in aggregate but fail in either Hindi or English. Scheme C secure minimum 80 marks in physics and minimum 60 marks in mathematics but fail in any one of the remaining subject. Scheme D secure minimum 60% marks in aggregate but fails in up to 2 subjects by maximum of any 10 marks in each of the subject. So that the information is given to the following table here, and according to that we will go through with this, and we will perform the question here as well. And according to this table, if you can see here, with this with regard of this table, if I'm talking about, so we have to conclude here only, and we have to answer here only with regard of the table that has been given here, that is the student name, marks, as well as the aggregate marks here. So subjects in English, physics, biology, Hindi and mathematics, at least what that they had given you here. तो यहाँ पहले स्टूडेंट एक कपिल, जिनके इंग्लिश में आए 40 मार्क्स, फिजिक्स में आए 82 मार्क्स, बायोलॉजी में 43, हिंदी में 80 एंड मैथमेटिक्स में 70, और जो उनके टोटल मार्क्स एग्रीगेट मार्क्स हैं वो आपके 315। रवि की बात करते हैं। रवि के इंग्लिश में है 50 मार्क्स, फिजिक्स में है 45 मार्क्स, बायोलॉजी में 60 मार्क्स, हिंदी में 65 और मैथ्स में 55, एंड टोटल अग्रीगेट जो इनका आया दैट इज़ 275। मोहित की बात करते हैं। मोहित का 65 मार्क्स इंग्लिश में है, 100 मार्क्स इन फिजिक्स, 50 मार्क्स इन बायोलॉजी, हिंदी में 43, मैथमेटिक्स में 80 एंड एग्रीगेट मार्क्स जो है वो 338। नीरज की बात करते हैं तो नीरज के पास 80 मार्क्स उनके इंग्लिश में है, फिजिक्स में 40 मार्क्स हैं, बायोलॉजी में 60 मार्क्स हैं, हिंदी में 90 है, आपका मैथ्स में 40 है, और उनका एग्रीगेट मार्क्स जो है वो 310 मार्क्स है यहाँ। Moving ahead with another students, the list of the students what we had given here is now we have Pawan marks. Pawan के English में है 30 and biology में है, physics में है 85, biology में है 90 and 50, and then we have 19 Hindi and 60 in mathematics, and total aggregate उनका 315 है। सुमित की बात करते हैं। सुमित का इंग्लिश में 50 है, फिजिक्स में 50 है, बायोलॉजी में 60 है, हिंदी में 45 है और मैथ्स में 35 है, एंड टोटल अग्रीगेट उनका 240 है। नितिन की बात करते हैं। नितिन के इंग्लिश में 90 है, फिजिक्स में 48 है, बायोलॉजी में 50 है, एंड हिंदी में 45 है, मैथ्स में 35 है, टोटल अग्रीगेट 268 है। वेयर we're talking about प्रवीण। प्रवीण की इंग्लिश में 56 है, एंड फिजिक्स में 50 है, बायोलॉजी में 43 है, देन हिंदी में 52 है, एंड इसके बाद मैथ्स में इनका 49 है, एंड टोटल अग्रीगेट मार्क्स जो उनके हैं वो 250 है। हेमंत की बात करते हैं। इंग्लिश में 70 है, फिजिक्स में 75 है, एंड बायोलॉजी में 32 है, एंड देन हिंदी में 90 है, एंड मैथ्स में 65 है। उनका टोटल अग्रीगेट मार्क्स है वो आपका 332 है। According to this table, what the data has been given, we have to perform some of the questions related to this table, related to these schemes, what it's suitable of, and what we have to perform here. So accordingly, we have to answer. So moving ahead with another question here with reference to this table only. In the given equations, find out if the candidate passes or fails. If he fails, the answer E. If he passes, to have a decide under which schemes the candidate is passing. So the 158th question we have is Mohit passes under which of the scheme? Mohit कौन सी scheme से pass होंगे? So according to that, A, B, C, D, A only or fails. So here we will go with option B, C, D. So Mohit will pass under the scheme B, scheme C, and scheme D as well. Moving ahead with another question, that is your Ravi passes under which scheme, which of the schemes here? So the options we have B, C, D, B, C, and D. A only or fails. So here the A only. Ravi passes under the scheme A only. Moving ahead with 160th question of the session, that is Nitin passes under which of the scheme? The options we have is B, C, D, A only or fails. So it Nitin, in the condition of Nitin, the option C will be the right answer, that is fails here. 161th question of the session, that is Kapil passes under which of the scheme? That is D only, B only, and fails, and that is D only. So Kapil passes under the scheme of D only. Moving ahead with another question, and that is your question number, which of the following in common about Pawan's and Kapil's result? तो you have to tell me कि पवन और कपिल के रिजल्ट में क्या कॉमन था. तो ऑप्शन ए है both fails in biology, both fails in English, both passes under the scheme A, and both passes under scheme C. So the answer will be both fails in English. You can see the table and you can draw that table, and accordingly you can answer those questions as well. Moving ahead with another question, and that is your question number 163rd question of the session here. Here, this is the 163rd question of the session, that is Praveen passes under which of the scheme? The options is fails, B only, or D only. That is option A will be the right answer, that is fails here. 164th question of the session, that Sumit passes under which of the scheme? So Sumit will be passing on with D only, fails, or B only. That is option B will be the right answer, that is fails. Neeraj passes under which of the scheme? This is 165th question of the session. The option we have is fails, B only, or D only. The answer will be the D only, that is option C will be the right answer for the question. Moving ahead with another question, that is your 166th question of the session. Pawan passes under which of the scheme? That is B and C only, fails, or A and D only, and that is option A will be the right answer, that is B and C only. Pawan passes under the scheme B as well as under the scheme C as well. 167th question of the session, that is which of the following is common about Praveen's and Hemant result? क्या common है Hemant और Praveen के result में? So the options we have is both pass under the scheme B only, both fails, both pass under the scheme A only, and none of these. And we'll go with option B, that is both fails, Hemant and Praveen's here. Moving ahead with another different question, and according to that particular question, we have to answer some of the questions related to this, and this is the another criteria, the another information they had given you in this. And with respect to that 168th question of the session that we have to discuss here is read the following information and answer the questions below it, and that is asked in the bank PO question paper. In an examination, there are the 5 heads of passing, each of 100 marks, that is paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, paper practicals, and AO's work. So according to that, the given data, and then we have to perform some of the questions here, and that we go ahead here. The passing marks in each of the heads of passing are 40 except for the practicals 4, for which of the passing marks are 50. A candidate who fails may appear again in the subsequent examination when he can claim exemptions from appearing in the heads of the passing, in which he has secured 10 marks more than the passing marks. A candidate who has failed in the head of the passing year work has to undergo the whole course of afresh, and up to the 3 grace marks may be given in each of the, that is each of if I'm talking about each of not more than 3 heads of passing. A candidate who has secured secures more than 50% of the total marks may be given up to a 5 grace marks is not more than the 1 heads of passing. In exceptional cases, the board of examiner may give up to 7 grace marks is not more than that of the head of passing here. A candidate who has appeared with exemptions in and as more heads of passing and will not be entitled to any of the grace marks. And according to this, a candidate who passes with 75% or more marks at one of the same examination will be declared to have been passed with distinctions. The marks obtained by the candidate is your P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, and Y are given below. In the case of the give answer A, if the candidate passes, the give answer अगर candidate pass है तो आपको A option answer देना है. अगर B आप दे रहे हो तो it means the candidate passes with distinctions. अगर distinction के साथ pass हो रहा है you will have to give answer B. And give answer C if the candidate has failed. अगर आप candidate failed हो रहा है तो आपको C answer बोलना है. And give answer D if the candidate passes with grace marks, so you have to answer with D here. Moving ahead with reference to this questions that we have to discuss here. Give answer E if the case needs to be referred to the Board of Examiners. This is the marks obtained of the 5 heads of passing. Here the candidates have been given you. The first, second, and the third, and the fourth, and the fifth, and then total we have. 169th question, the candidate S के बारे में दिया गया. The first is your 60, second is 90, third is 65, and fourth is 80, fifth is 82, and the total we have 377 here. According to this, the candidate passes in each of the heads with more than 75% marks in a second, and a second, as well as in fourth, and as well as if I'm talking about the fifth one. So we'll go with here, that is option B, with the candidate has been passed and with distinctions here. So we'll go with B option for the 169th question here. I can write it down here so that you can just answer with this. Moving ahead with the 170th question of the session here, for the candidate T, the first is 68, and then second is 80, then third is your 33, 60, 72, and the total we have is 313. According to this particular question, the candidate requires 7 grace marks to pass in the third, if you can see here. So इस case आपसे if we will go with here with option E, and that will the candidate will pass with a grace marks, then we'll go with E here, as I had told you. Moving ahead with another question, and that is your question number 171 है. The question, the candidate Q के बारे में जो बताया गया है. First में उनके 43 marks है, फिर 42, 45, 48, 46, and the total is 274 here. Sorry, 224 here. According to this, for the candidate Q, the candidate passes when awarded 2 grace marks in fourth one. अगर fourth में आप 2 marks आप उनको grace में दोगे, then of course he will be passing. So उसके accordingly अगर मैं बात करती हूँ तो that for that sake we will be getting this marks only. And here for that reference we will go with we will go with option D, and that is your option D will be the right answer for this question as well. So here in this sake of these questions, we have to see whatever the question is telling. According to the demand, we will be solving all the questions here. So in the coming next question, that is your 172th question, the candidate Y के बारे में, and the first is your 34, 66, 65, 67, 68, and the total we have is 300 here. The candidate requires 6 grace marks in one here, as you can see. तो उनको 6 grace marks चाहिए for the passing here, and for that sake we will go with option E क्योंकि इनको grace marks needed है, and that is option E will be the right answer for this question. Moving ahead with another one, and that is your 173rd question of the session, and that is candidate X के बारे में. And first is 37, 37, 38, 47, 42, and this is the total, that is your 201 here. And the candidate required 3 grace marks in that is your in one. If I'm talking about it, it requires a grace marks for a one this is the first subject, and for the second subject, and as well as for the fourth subject, and the 2 grace marks for the 3 subjects, and of course and to pass. But up to the 3 grace marks can be given in each of the each of not more than 3 heads. So we'll go with here, that will be the option C, and then option C will be the right answer for this question here. Here for moving ahead with another question, and that is your question number 174th question of the session, and the question we have is candidate P के बारे में बात करते हैं. तो this is 45, 50, 43, 56, 7, 40, and the total we have is 234 here. According to the question here, if I'm talking about, so here we have this that the candidate passes in each of the heads here. So we'll go with option A, and here we'll go with option A, and that will be the right answer for this question as well. Moving ahead with another one. With respect to the another question that we have is your for 175 question, that is for candidate R. We have a marks here, that is 52, 40, 42, 44, 45 and 23 is the total here. And with respect to that, if I'm talking about, the candidate required 6 grace marks in the fourth one, as you can see. So we will go ahead and with the answer, and that will be the option E will be the right answer for this question. Moving ahead with another one, that is our candidate V here, that is the marks we have given 35, 55, 45, 58, 60 and the total is 253. Now according to the condition here, the candidate gets more than 50 marks, so he can be awarded 5 grace marks to pass a first subject, and that for that sake we will be having a D and as option, that will be the right answer. 178 question, that is for the candidate U. The marks we have is 39, 50, 54, E and dash, and with respect to that, we have not given me the total here, and according to this particular question, the candidate passes in each of the heads with more than 75% marks in second and the fourth, and then of course the fifth here. But the candidate has appeared with the exemptions in two heads, and so he cannot be awarded the grace marks and fails in one as well. So with respect to that, we will go ahead with option C here, and that is your option C will be the right answer for this question here. So ऐसे हम इस तरह से नहीं, if I'm talking about here with this question E, and then we have a D here, and then we have a or B, because the candidate passes in each of the heads with maximum of 75 marks, and in each of the second will be, you know, in the fourth one also, that fourth, second, third, second, fourth and fifth here. So here we will go with your B option, and that will be the right answer for this question as well. So accordingly अगर हम बात करते हैं, तो we will be going ahead with this only, and with the required of the question, अब आप किस तरह से उसको समझोगे, किस तरह से उसको अंडरस्टूड करोगे, एंड देन उसके अकॉर्डिंगली आप किस तरह से उसको आंसर करोगे, दैट इज मेंट टू बी, एंड हियर दैट विल बी राइट आंसर, and then we'll be giving here, and that will be the answer will be the C here. And the candidate has appeared with the exemptions in the two heads, and so he cannot be awarded in the grace marks, and that fails in one. So we will go with option C here for the last one here. Okay, तो यहाँ पे हमारा जो आंसर होगा, that will be the C here. एंड इससे पहले वाला ये है, जो ये B है, उसके पहले वाला जो है वो D है. तो according to that, we have to answer all the questions particularly. Moving ahead with another question, and that we will be going through with that we have a following instructions, the information that has been given here, and then after that we'll have to answer those questions as well. So we'll go ahead, and here these were the instruction. We have to go through with the instructions, and then after that we have to answer those questions here, and the instructions we have as follows. The question we have is 179th question of the session here. Read the following information carefully and answer the questions for as follows. This has been asked on the bank pay question paper, and the information is Trinity Health Club given 40% concessions in the monthly fee to those who belongs to any one of the following category. The first category is all children in the age group of 5 to 12 who come from a low income group and produce income and birth certificate, so they will give you. And for the second information, that all the girls, women up to 25 years of age who represent their schools and colleges in sports and game. And the third we have is unemployed married women in the age of the 35 to 50 years. The fourth information, the criteria they had given you, senior citizens of age 50 years and above. Fifth is all physically handicapped person who produce relevant medical certificates. Sixth is all people who do not donate blood once a year, and social workers, volunteers of registered social culture organization. And the seventh is the servicemen and ex-servicemen of the police and the defense forces. And the eighth is sons and daughters of the donors or founders, members of the Trinity Health Club. Decide in each of the following cases whether the person is eligible. Find out his category and categories which is are or applicable to him or her for taking this decision. And indicate your answer accordingly. Do not assume any information which is not given here. With respect to that, we have 180th question of the session, that is Reena is a young married and employed lady police officer. Her husband is a captain in the army. She is a sportswoman and represents the police forces in the national level competition. She occasionally donates blood for her sick mother who is 55 years old. Option A is eligible 6th and 7th only, not eligible, eligible 2nd and 3rd, and eligible 7th only. According to the condition here, we'll go with eligible 6th and 7th both, and that is option A will be the right answer for this question for the Reena, that eligible for the 6th as well as the 7th here. Moving ahead with another question, that is the question number 181th question of the session here. 181th question of the session is Madhurai, who represents her school in badminton, is a 14 years of old daughter of physically handicapped parents having very low income. Her mother, age 40 years, is unemployed. She has birth certificate and low income group certificate as well. The option is eligible 2nd only, not eligible, and eligible, eligible for 8 only, 3rd only, and that is first. The answer will be the eligible 2nd only, and that will be the right answer for the Madhura here. Moving ahead with another question, that is your question number 182th question of the session here, and the question we have is Mrs. Bakshi, wife of the Major Ravi Bakshi, is an active in evening parties and clubs. She is and encourages people to donate to the Trinity Club. She is 32 years old and unemployed. The options we have is eligible or 3rd only, not eligible, and eligible 2nd only, and the option we have is B answer will be the right answer, that is not eligible here. Moving ahead with another question, that is your question 183 here. Deepthi Naval, a college-going married unemployed a woman of 22 years, arranges donation for the physically handicapped students. She has represented her school at the state level allocation competition. Options we have: not eligible, eligible 1 only, and eligible or 2nd only. So for this, the eligible 2nd only, that will be the option C will be the right answer for this question here. Moving ahead with another question, and that is your question number 184th question of the session. Mr. Kalekar established a registered trust, for social work after his retirement for army at the age of the 48 years. Since then, he has been actively carrying out social work for the last 8 years. His son is the founder member of the Trinity, and that is option is eligible 4, 6, 7, eligible 2nd, and not eligible. So option A will be the right answer, that is eligible 4, 6 as well as 7 here. Moving ahead with another question, that is your 185th question of the session that we have to discuss here. 185th question of the session, that is Shilpa, a 9 years old schoolgirl and a daughter of a merchant, has participated in a dance and music competition. Her father, who is 55 years old, has given her large donation for organizing a blood camps. Her uncle is one of the founders of Tributary Club. Option is eligible a 2nd 8 only, eligible 1 only, and not eligible. According to the condition what they had given you, the eligible she is eligible for the 2nd as well as 8 only. Moving ahead with another question, and that is your question number last question of the session as well. The question we have is Shweta is an 11 years old schoolgirl who can produce her birth certificate. Her parents are senior citizens and regular blood donors. Though a medically certified physically handicapped person, she represents her school national competition for the physically handicapped. The options we have is eligible 1st, 2nd, and 6th only, eligible 2nd and 5th only, and not eligible, and that will be the option B will be the right answer, that is eligible 2nd and 5th only. So here with this we had completed your decision making, that is your 17th topic, and that we had completed. In the next coming classes we'll start with 18th topic of the session as well. विद रिगार्ड ऑफ दैट, एज आई टोल्ड यू कि रीजनिंग हमने 2 पार्ट्स में डिवाइड किया हुआ है. एक्चुअली में रीजनिंग 2 पार्ट में डिवाइडेड है, दैट इज़ अ वर्बल रीजनिंग एंड नॉन वर्बल रीजनिंग. वर्बल रीजनिंग की अगर हम बात करते हैं तो वर्बल रीजनिंग भी 2 पार्ट्स में डिवाइडेड है, दैट इज़ योर फर्स्ट इज़ योर जनरल मेंटल एबिलिटी एंड द सेकेंड इज़ योर लॉजिक रीजनिंग. जनरल मेंटल एबिलिटी में भी ऑलरेडी हम 17 टॉपिक आज की डेट में कंप्लीट कर चुके हैं. नेक्स्ट वील कवर 3 मोर टॉपिक्स एंड देन विल स्टार्ट विद द सेकेंड सेक्शन ऑफ वर्बल रीजनिंग एज वेल. तो जनरल मेंटल एबिलिटी में जो हमने कवर अप किया है, दैट मींस एनालॉजी, क्लासिफिकेशन, सीरीज कॉम्प्लेशन, कोडिंग, डिकोडिंग, ब्लड रिलेशन, पार्सल टेस्ट, सीक्वेंशियल आउटपुट ट्रेसिंग, डायरेक्शन सेंस टेस्ट, लॉजिकल वेन डायग्राम, अल्फाबेट टेस्ट, नंबर रैंकिंग, टाइम सीक्वेंस टेस्ट, mathematical operation, logical sequence of words, arithmetic reasoning, inserting the missing character, data sufficiency, decision making, जो कि आज की क्लास में हमने कंप्लीट भी कर दिया है. नेक्स्ट क्लास आपका assertion and reasons का आएगा. उसके बाद सिचुएशन रिएक्शन टेस्ट एंड देन वेरिफिकेशन ऑफ द ट्रुथ ऑफ द स्टेटमेंट. उसमें हमने जनरल मेंटल एबिलिटी जो कि आपका वर्बल रीजनिंग का सेक्शन 1 है वो हम कंप्लीट कर लेंगे. आफ्टर दैट विल कंप्लीट विद सेक्शन स्टार्ट विद सेक्शन 2 that is of verbal reasoning only, that is logic, statement arguments, statement assumptions, statement cause of action, statement conclusion, deriving conclusion from the passages, theme detection, question statement and miscellaneous logical puzzle. And after that we'll start with the part 2 and that is non-verbal reasoning. non-verbal reasoning की अगर हम बात करते हैं तो non-verbal reasoning में भी हमारे पास बहुत सारे टॉपिक्स हैं जो हमें डिस्कस करना है. एट लास्ट फिर उसके बाद हम कंपटीशन क्वेश्चंस पेपर भी डिस्कस करेंगे. ये जो क्वेश्चंस मैं करा रही हूँ कंपटीशन के क्वेश्चन पेपर से ही रिलेटेड होते हैं, सारे वही आए हुए हैं. नॉन वर्बल रीजनिंग में सीरीज, एनालॉजी, क्लासिफिकेशन, एनालिटिकल रीजनिंग, मिरर इमेज, वाटर इमेज, एम्बेडेड फिगर, कंप्लीशंस ऑफ इनकम्प्लीट पैटर्न, फिगर मैट्रिक्स, पेपर फोल्डिंग, पेपर कटिंग, rule detection, grouping of identical figures, cubes and dice, dot situation, constructions of squares and triangles, figure formation and analysis, and then we'll discuss the practice question paper that is useful for us and of course for you as well. So please go through with the subscribe button and like, share and subscribe our channel. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and give a suggestion in the comment box. Please like, share and subscribe our channel. It's a huge request so that जो अभी हमने already 17 टॉपिक कर लिया है तो आप उसको कवर अप कर सको. प्लेलिस्ट से जाके आप देख सकते हो, प्लेलिस्ट अपडेटेड है. एंड उसके बाद आप उसके बाद जो भी हम टॉपिक्स स्टार्ट करेंगे फिर यू कैन जस्ट जब भी हम डालते हैं वो आप फॉलो कर सकते हो. थैंक यू.